From Gnostic Humanist, Israel is now desperately trying to find friends wherever they can, as the whole world is now righteously turning their backs in total disgust at the sickeningly racist ethnocentric apartheid, unquote. Ha! The Muslims have 66 countries, the Jews have one tiny little state, and you say the existence of one little Jewish state is racist, ethnocentric apartheid? You are a Nazi. You're not a humanist, you're a Nazi. You're against giving the Jews one tiny little country, one little homeland. But you'll support 66 Muslim countries. You actually want to, I'm sure you want to destroy Israel and replace it with a 67th Muslim country. And you call yourself a humanist? What a hypocrite, what a fraud, what an evil person you are. And now, Rencrow writes, imagine that all the countries in the UN, except America, voted to give the Jews the state of New York for a country of their own, and the Jews held a meeting and declared independence in the state of New York, and then the U.S. Army came to fight them. Would it then be self-defense to fight back against the U.S. Army? Unquote. I don't know what I don't know what this comparison is supposed to mean. What type of comparison is this? God gave the land of Israel to the Jewish people. God created all nations and all lands. And He gave it to the Jews because they're righteous and because the Arab Muslim Nazis are evil. The evil Arab Muslim Nazis have 66 countries already. And God said, this land, the land of Israel, this one nation will belong to my people, the Jewish people. And if you don't like what it says in the Bible, who cares what you like? That's what God says. You don't accept it? You're the one who's going to pay the price. And now, from Muslim 610, who writes, and I quote, it is inconsistent to condemn something and then accept benefits from it. If a Jew living in Eretz Yisrael feels that he is benefiting from the state because he thinks that the Arabs are murderers and the state is protecting him from them, then he should not live there. However, if a Jew advocates dismantling of the state and has no problem living under an Arab government, he may live in Eretz Yisrael, unquote. A Jew is going to want to live under Muslim rule? A Jew is going to want to live under Muslim rule? Muslims murder millions of their fellow Muslims. What do you think they would do to Jews if they took over? If they overran Israel, not a single Jew will be left alive. That's not what I'm saying. That's what Ahmed Shukari, the head of the PLO, said. Before Israel had Judea, Samaria, Gaza, the Golan Heights, and Jerusalem in the 1967 war, on the eve of the 1967 war, Ahmed Shukari, who was the Saudi Arabian ambassador to the UN and who was the first chairman of the PLO, said, after this battle, not a single Jew will be left alive. And all of the Muslim diplomats and all of the Muslim ambassadors wildly applauded and cheered him when he said this over and over again. He said, we will push the Jews into the sea and finish Hitler's job. And you think Jews would want to live under the rule of Muslim Nazis that promised to slaughter all of them? What do you think? You think we don't understand that the Muslims really mean it? We don't want to live under Muslim rule. We don't want your rule. We don't want your religion. We don't want you coming in our land. The land of Israel is our land. You have no right to be there. You have no right to tell us anything about the land, and if we take power, you'll be out. And now, Gen Y Progressive writes, and I quote, Torah Jewry protests at every opportunity against the Zionist rule over the Holy Land and the Zionist rebellion against the neighboring nations. Torah Jewry has condemned the Zionist oppression of the Palestinians, the land's veteran inhabitants who have been driven from their homes and properties. The Zionist barbaric and violent deeds are absolutely antithetical to the essence of the Jewish people, unquote. Torah Jewry, you wouldn't know the meaning of the word Torah. You wouldn't know a Torah concept if you tripped over it. You're talking about Torah Jewry? Your name is Gen Y Progressive? And you're talking about Torah Jewry? You wouldn't know what the Torah is if you wouldn't know what a Torah concept is if it smacked you in the face. And someday it's going to smack you in the face on the day of judgment. Anyway, what absurdity. Yeah, antithetical to the essence of the Jewish people for Jews to survive. That's basically what you're saying. Jews are not allowed to their own homeland. They're not allowed to have their own country. They should all commit national suicide and let the Muslims overrun them and slaughter all of them, which is what the Muslims promise to do on a daily basis on every Muslim television station, on every Muslim radio station, in every Muslim newspaper. The Jews should allow them to come in and commit that genocide against the Jewish people. Very, very, yes, that is what the Jews should allow them to do. Absolutely. What sick serpents. And, all I could say is everything you wish on the Jews of Israel is going to be on your head instead.